really good, haven't they? Laird has had the 9 touches, Hooley 8. Hooley has kicked that goal, but they're the 2 players at the moment that are getting off the leash at either end of the ground, but it's pretty tight everywhere else across this ground.
Start of the second term, Adelaide lead by 11 points in the grand final. Nankervis, Martin to go and fetch it, doesn't quite. Lynch, Cochin throws himself in, tries to extricate the footy, can't. There'll be another stoppage. So Sloane with 2 goals in the opening turn. Hooley going down the race by the look of it. So important in that opening turn. The boys just spoke about his bounce off half back. And that goal that put Richmond in front halfway through the first quarter. Nankervis, Jacobs slings the handball out. McKay, Townsend runs hard at him. Lever got down low.
Oh. No, he's picking the ball up. Let him go.
Kelly it is, sorry.
Really well umpired again. When you're down picking the footy up, the head's got to be protected. That's different to if you've already picked it up and you drive with your head.
Gee, I thought he was very gentle on him. Gave him a little hair massage and that was about it. Here's Douglas. He put the body on the line and got there first and then protected the ball and himself. It was well done against Lambert. I'm told there's the bench. Hooley's back up, so he looks okay. Just over 100,000 in the house, and official capacity here these days, 100,024, I'm told. Just a few more than that. Here's Seedsman. Direct entry inside 50. Rance is there. Cameron in front of Alice. Did well, Cameron. Looked a little sore early in the game, but he seems to have recovered. Betts giving him some encouragement there. And there is part of this 100,000 plus crowd.
Well, that would be a first if it is for the Crows. They've never played before 100,000 in any match.
1986, the last time we had 100 in, Bruce.
So Nankervis, Broad under pressure, Betts swoops. High ball, not quite going to make the goal. It's a behind, so the danger bets forward 50. A goal in the opening term. Adelaide 2 front and centre goals too against the Tigers in that first quarter.
Floston Long, really good penetration with the footy here. Caddy trying to work his way through. Did well against Hardigan in the end, who flew. And, gee, that was great composure there by Atkins Showen. Swung in the tackle, still got rid of it. Sloane, 2 first quarter goals for Rory Sloane. Here he is looking for the little pass over the top to Lynch. Was it touch? No. So Tom Lynch, bit of a big cloud coming in from the south. I reckon we're going to get a short shower in a moment as well.
They're kicking inside 50. Just lowering of the eyes has been impressive today for the Crows.
Is that light rain falling there now, Richo, do you think?
Yeah, it is, BT. It's not heavy, just a little sprinkle. There's been a few light showers. I don't think there'll be anything heavy.
So Lynch kicking only 35 metres, quite close to the man on the mark. Now, what happened then? He'd forgotten or didn't check where the man on the mark was and mistimed his run and got too close. And there is some of the rain coming in from the south.
Blue dot, no more. Play on.
So Ellis to himself, gets it down that line. Jacobs, despite the caddy, big fly, and then Douglas, beautifully way to kick. Brilliant, Rance. How he did that against Walker. Townsend had a fumble. Prestia just had to bang it onto the boot. It's a chaotic ball. Talia and Revolt, important. Jack just hangs on for a moment, causes a little spillage. Martin comes out with it to Edwards. Edwards with a good kick to Revolt. They played that so well, Richmond.
Now, this is his 3rd from similar angles, Doug.
It is. His timing has been out today, hasn't it? He's lacked penetration. That can come with a little bit of nerves.
Well, he kicked one around the corner to ice the game last week, didn't he? It was a little closer in than this at the other end. Does he go around the body here, Duck, or does he go straight at it?
Well, given how
he's going straight.
I think he's going to go straight at it.
He's had 3 shots on goal today, 2 from set shots. Now he goes around. Has it got the length? I think it's a goal. Adelaide weren't marking the line.
It's going to be reviewed. Sloppy by Adelaide either way.
I believe it's a goal. Can we please make sure the ball was fully over the line before it was touched? Score review. Umpire's call is a goal. Please check that it wasn't touched before going over. Reviewing.
The guys on the line got caught. They thought he was kicking the drop punt, Bruce.
Absolutely. Yeah. We all did. We all thought so clever, and he has got the goal. It'll be official in 1 moment.
Decision on the scoreboard.
Revolt gets the goal. Well, that's huge for him. I mean, he's had enough of the ball, but as you said, his timing's been a bit out. He's on the scoreboard and he's contributing. And he's winning enough of the ball, Duck, isn't he?
He is. He is. He's getting shots at goal. It's the most important thing, but he'll get a lot of confidence out of putting that one through now.
Backing out this way, let's fuck. Backing out here.
Rain getting a little heavier.
Let's see why they didn't have anyone in the goal line. They'd all set back for the drop punt and just slow to react.
They were indeed. That's exactly why, Lingy. Cotchin out of the middle, big rain cloud coming in. We think it's going to pass quickly, though. Handball off here. Rioli's free. So Townsend will have to give it up.
Can you Rioli first?
Gee, they didn't get it back quick enough. Basher was standing there by himself for an eternity. And now Rioli.
Play on.
Every Adelaide player that can get back has got back. Long ball in there looking for Caddian.
Right out.
Well done by Jake Kelly.
And already those Adelaide defenders are able to take those type of marks, Lingy. Can't allow that. That ball has to come to ground.
It was a big talking point before the game, wasn't it? So Kelly down that line. Sloan was in that contest. Lambert hooking back. Hardigan, who's been very good, by the way.
Stay out, Josh.
Another mark.
Apart from the obvious reason of you can kick goals if it does come to ground, is you can create chaos and worry for the Adelaide defenders. If that ball is bobbling around and they can bring that pressure, you start getting inside the Adelaide players' heads.
So Atkins got it from Knight and back to Atkins to Sloan. Just got it ripped off him. Little towboat by Lambert was clever enough towards the line and then fetches it back. Lambert goes back inside. Lynch sort of rode it. Sauce was good. Got it to Sloan. Sloan quickly on now. Cameron outnumbered and Rance gets back. Ellis did the right thing. Rance so courageous, so skillful, finds Ellis.
Oh, it was all of that, Bruce. It was all of that. Alex Rance.
Was never not going to go, was he?
No, just committed very early, Duck. Alice. On preferred side, deep inside 50. Here's the two ruckman. Jacobs just wanting to get it near the boundary line and Grigg deliberately letting it out. And there he goes. He gets rewarded. Grigg, he knew exactly what was going on. No one checks the mark, so he gets a really deep entry. Perhaps a high hold off the ball. Up goes Tarley with a big thump. In goes the crunching tackle by Ellis. It was an absolute pole-driving tackle. And Richmond with the ball up inside their 50 on this occasion. Sean Ryan, the umpire in charge here, came back, Bruce, after a couple of years off. He's had a great story as well.
He has, and they've started well. Martin trying to find some space. Touched obviously on the way through. Laird couldn't quite. Revolt did all right. Spreads it. Rioli and Atkins. Atkins prolific early. One bull in the first quarter. Rioli well done. Belts it back. Laird on the up. Good. It's a Seedsman. Normally a very, very long kick. And that's what he does. He puts Cameron almost into a space. A fumble by Asprey. And Cameron's off. Knight's running hard at centre-half forward. Charlie just goes bang with a long one. Knight doesn't quite get the bounce. Oh, and he does it again. The champ gets back. Gets back and saves the day.
Wow, that was a certain goal, wasn't it? The kick was right by Cameron over the top. And they just made a mess of it, but Rance came to the rescue.
Hooley out wide. Asprey having a battle there with Cameron. Beautiful spin and a drilling kick. Finds Riley Knight.
Asprey,
confident.
Asprey hasn't had a good minute. A couple of fumbles.
Short ball to Walker, but the angle is greater. The kick is shorter. And Tex is a very good kick. Rain ceasing here. Jane Bunn keeping us update with the radar in the background here. He said this one's just about past.
15 goals.
And Walker lines up.
Talk about big for players' confidence. Only the one touch in that first quarter, Duck. The skipper want to get himself involved in this game with a big goal here.
One kick for Walker. Lingy, you're right. And across the face, kept in play here by Jenkins. Keeps it alive, gives them another little opportunity. Had to get rid of it, the Tigers. You heard the umpire's call, and they'll be happy with that behind.
Just didn't hit it, Walker, did he? That's so unlike Tex.
We've all been there before, Bruce.
Yep. So Hooley, he goes to himself, and now normally long, and he does, and he gets it to about 80, 90 metres away. Sloan just read it better than Edwards.
Hold
It's
there.
been huge, Rory Sloane.
Absolutely. Couple of goals. Lots of other things, Lingy. He sets it up. Jenkins, the big fly. Gee, Grimes did well there. He just worked Jenkins under the ball. And Rance plays this role so brilliantly. They like to keep their defenders close together, don't they, in those situations, the Tigers? So Rance almost up the centre wing. Lever good. Punching it away. Seedsman, can he keep it in? He doesn't. And a stoppage between centre wing and half forward.
We spoke before the game that contested possession was king in this game for these two teams and for grand finals in general. Richmond now, it's just starting to creep on top, +4 in that area. And then they're starting to get a little bit of fluent play on the back of it. And even when they don't quite win it, they're there to put pressure on.
Look at this, Lingy. Jacobs with Grigg there. It was a poor throw-in. Didn't allow Jacobs to get the advantage he'd hoped. And they're wanting deliberate here, but they won't get this one. So the Tigers just looking a little iffy here in just this last minute or two. Prestia, plenty of the footy, 10 touches for him so far. Dusty Martin, also 10, and Hooley. So 3 of their main midfielders.
Rory Sloane.
Sloane with the free.
No advantage. No advantage. Back here, please. Hold.
Sloane at half-back.
Play on, not 15.
He's had his 11th touch, Rory Sloane. And here's another one to go with that. So he's in great touch, but that one's just stays in the field of play.
No, he's been terrific. Jenkins and Walker, slow start for the big forwards for Adelaide.
Yeah, both struggling.
Yeah, they are. Not this guy.
He's built for grand finals, that bloke.
Jacobs comfortably against Grigg, but it's snared by Prestia to Edwards. In a hurry, Edwards banging forward. Revolt, Townsend, he'll probably try and get a stoppage here. He squeezes it okay. Back to Hartigan, who's been good. Back to Sloane. Back to Lever. Lever measures the kick. Cameron the target. Ellis went early. Jenkins a little fumble. Not easy. Asprey, who's also been a little nervy so far today. Crouch held on to. Doesn't get the free. Puts a good tackle on. And gets a stoppage.
He was lucky, Broad. The umpire was thinking about it.
Brad Crouch is another one who hasn't quite been able to fight his way into this game yet. Only the 4 touches for the Star Crows midfielder.
Oh, Jacobs, another beautiful knockdown. Edwards, though, rips it away from half-back. Prestia, full of running. Richmond's leading possession getter. Here's the first bit of space for the Brownlow medalist. A couple of bounces. He'll line it up. No, he won't. Unselfishly to Lambert. That is brilliant controlled footy. Lambert plays on. Kick around the corner to Hooley. Not sure what happened there. Hooley near the boundary line. Boy, why? Here's the play on. Lambert going to step off the mark there, and fair enough.
Gee, what about Martin?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant, wasn't it? Full pace, left foot across the body.
Adelaide by 9 points. Jacobs uncontested. Crouch couldn't quite. Edwards getting a bit off it. Clever. Caddy gets a lot of that to the goal square. Revolt and Talia.
And Mackie, you'll see also when Grigg goes into the ruck, what the Tigers do is they push another midfielder up at ground level, and it's been to their advantage. Even though Jacobs has won the last couple of contested stoppages at ground level, Richmond have been able to move the ball.
You're right, Tim. Even at that last stoppage, Richmond had 3 players by themselves just on the defensive hip of the ruckman there. They are outnumbering when the ball hits the deck.
So can the Tigers keep it inside? No, they won't if Charlie gets hold of it. Little kick. The umpire said he kicked the ball. Asprey ducked under it, so he was never going to get the free as a result. Now Lambert's got to keep it alive. Takes Jenkins on. Got good ground here. Can't possibly be deliberate. Trying to keep it in play and trying to keep it working as the coaches. And both of these guys certainly know how to play in a premiership. Coaching's another thing. Half forward for the Tigers. Jacobs again dominating with the hit-outs. Matt Crouch. Little ball wide here. Jenkins. And Rance.
Okay. Sean, thank you.
Good arm wrestle at the moment, isn't it? Not much scoring being done. Little shifts of momentum, but no damage on the board. Richmond with the only goal of the second term so far. Jacobs again. Sloan good. Little toe poke though. McIntosh doesn't sit, it does. Neat kick. Hooley, clever. The angle just taken off him though, so he comes on the right foot. Dangerous kick here, important. Atkins, rather Laird had the head of steam up and he's able to get away from Prestia. That's a good win to Lynch. And then Lynch, that's smothered by Broad. Back to Hawley. Can he release? He does to Rioli. Rioli to Martin. Martin goes inboard again to McIntosh. McIntosh with the left foot. Does it get to the back for Revo? Castagna to make the contest. Running towards the line. And Richmond get it.
Poor kick by McIntosh. Wasn't to the advantage of Rewalt, was it?
But a good little win before that.
That's the difference between the two teams right now. Just those entries inside forward 50.
Tigers have got it deep in their 50. Adelaide looking to clear along the ground. Alice gathers. High ball. Kelly will stay in the field, so good fortune there for the Tigers. Jake Kelly has been a revelation this year for the Adelaide Crows.
Adelaide defenders, just got to be careful here. There's a lot of space getting opened up at this boundary throw-in.
What a shot. 100,000 packed into the G. Brad Crouch looking for the brother. And what a tackle from Townsend. A real aggressive one that started a Barney here.
It's been thrown in.
It was real aggressive from Townsend. Bang! And tried to drive him into the fence almost as well.
And his brother didn't like it, did he? He was in there in a hurry. So Richmond forward 50, bubbling forward. McKay gets across. Cochin couldn't quite get the spoil. Lynch bravely. Cameron.
Advantage.
Jacobs takes the advantage. Otten versus Rance, and Rance not paid to Grimes, but he won the ball importantly. Grimes' kick should be effective. McIntosh sets it up for Edwards. Edwards' handball okay. Vlosten looking, unsure. Then he goes with a high kick to about a 50-50 contest. Not even that in the end.
Holding, Richmond.
Free kick to the Tigers.
Holding, Richmond kick.
Townsend.
Richmond kick. Have his jumper out here. Have his jumper held out here.
Yeah, clear free kick this is. See it on replay, just grabbed the jumper, would have seen the big sail. Jake Lever it was. Look at his left hand. Big handful of it. That might not look like much, but that's what the umpire looks for. Exactly that.
Well, Townsend made a mess of his one after at quarter time. He's hardly touched it today, but he is 8-1 from set shots prior to today. So he's been the biggest surprise packet of this AFL season. His last 4 matches, they've won them all. He had the 6 and the 5. Where did he come from? How did he do it? Well, can he kick a goal in the grand final? Yes, he can. Says a lot about him. He's got the temperament. He might be the most skillful bloke out there. That was a very, very good response by him.
Well, that's backed up. You see the tackle he laid just a minute ago, Lingy. You do all that type of stuff, then the goals come after it. Hard work.
Rance's ability to win these balls at half-back too.
Well, he gets some reward after laying a tackle just a minute ago. Gets the goal.
Here we go.
So the Tigers with both goals in this second quarter. Adelaide by 2 points. Jenkins into the ruck. He's been ordinary so far. Just the one touch for him. Greenwood, Hooley. Tex Walker standing the mark. Has had a quiet start as well. Just the 2 disposals for him. Hooley told to go by the umpire. He elects the southern wing. High footy. Lever setting himself here. Hardigan got a backhander there as well. Trying to keep it rolling forward. Now Lever. The fend off. Flattens Prestia. But no look. Campbell to Crouch. On to Brad Crouch now. The deliberate underground ball. Jenkins is bundled out of the way there by Townsend. And he gets the free here. Big Josh Jenkins.
Goes wide to Laird. Laird with that short kick. Lever. So Richmond have edged back to 2 points. The only 2 goals of the term. Lever to about 60 metres. Cameron the big fly. Nankervis, Walker's handball to space. Rance read it well. Betts gets him. Got him.
Here it is. Come through.
What does he do from here, the magician?
Play on.
He plays it on and gives it to the captain, who kicks to the top of the, well, not quite the top of the goal square. Broad has to get the handball away, doesn't quite release it. And the ball close to the boundary line. Jenkins taken down by not 1 but 2, and we get a stoppage. Well, Rance is hard to get down. Betts' tackle was superb.
Relax.
Boy, they put the handcuffs on Jenkins then. Hunt Road in. Richmond cheer squad in the foreground. Nankervis on the end of it. Atkins. Quick ping, cross the face. And out of bounds on the full. Adelaide by 2 points.
3 metres. Keep going. Hold.
Going to get the odd little bit of rain from time to time today, but nothing too intense that's going to make a difference in this game. Floston. High footy. Walker was there. Otten in front, couldn't hold on. McIntosh and Sloane. Sloane wins out there, drags it in, may well be penalised here. Umpire circling, play on they call. Eventually it came out. Walker, Martin just dusts them off. He even gave a bit of a stiff arm to no one that was there. Now Martin around the corner, good looking ball, off hands led. McKay. And a high ball, Adelaide free at half back.
There's a reason we rave about Dusty Martin. Just the fact he can get out of congestion and create things. That's a clear free kick there. No worries about that. But the ability for a player like that to turn congestion into breakaway opening up of the game is so rare and so valuable.
Otten to Lynch to Sloane. So Sloane to bring it inside the forward 50. He does that. Walker the target. And then Curvis getting back.
It's Richmond's kick, don't lose it.
And Macca, in the time that Nankervis was off the ground, it was 5 inside 50s to Richmond to none to Adelaide. So that's something that Damien Hardwick might just put away for a little bit later too, because they seem to have a real advantage at ground level. Interesting stuff, Tim. So Nankervis, good mark. Townsend's having a very good second quarter. Gets it to Hurley, who's having a very good match as Hurley. He's kicked to about 50. Castagna and McKay. McKay almost. Castagna kept it in and then asks a bit of revolt. Taken over the line by Talia.
Kane Lambert, so valuable for Richmond on our Telstra tracker. You can see the work that he does off the foot. He's had 11 touches, covered nearly 7 kilometres. And we've still got 5 minutes to go in this first half. Such a workhorse for the Richmond Footy Club.
It's tight, Bruce. It's real tight at the moment. Very tight. The Tigers with both goals in this second quarter.
Play on.
They're 50 again. Crouch. This is Brad. Laird, who's had a really good game. Douglas has taken over the line heavily by the skipper and Cochin.
The other one there, Lingy, was Broad, who covers a lot of ground. That was why he was probably chosen for the Lynch matchup. He covers the ground, he's got really good speed, Broad, so it's not a bad matchup for Lynch, who's one of the best runners at half forward in the comp.
Indeed it is, Richo, thank you. Throw in, Nankervis and Jenkins. Nankervis wins out. Trying to get through there was Graham. He was stopped very, very promptly indeed. Ball bouncing around here. Tigers Martin in there, and McKay says the boundary line's good for me.
Look dangerous, Richmond, at the minute, don't they? Yep. Just slightly on top, I reckon.
Some real aggression in there.
Yep.
Got
tackling.
vigor, haven't they?
Yep.
And looking dangerous at stoppages with their clearances. Managing to find a free player, kickstart their game.
So Nankervis out.
Look, you can't run into the contest. Adelaide.
So Jenkins gets the free. He gives it up to Crouch. So Matt Crouch with the left foot, close to the line. Hurley got there first. Didn't quite hang on long enough. And again, a stoppage. We've had a lot of these, haven't we?
And they are giving themselves multiple opportunities, the Tigers, by trapping it in their half of the ground. They just haven't been able to get a lot of effect on the scoreboard as a result of that, but it's there, isn't it?
No, I agree. It's their entries inside 50. Just have to have a little bit more composure, lower your eyes. We saw Dusty Martin do it.
Nankervis getting a bit more of the footy while Jacobs has been resting as well on the bench. Against Jenkins, he has been Nankervis in this last 5 minutes.
When the time that they went in and hit a target, Townsend played on.
We just had a look at the Telstra tracker for the game so far. This is this quarter. Look at those small forwards for Richmond. Edwards, Castagna, Lambert's more midfield, but Townsend as well. Huge K's in this quarter. Rory Laird, the one who's got to chase most of them around. That's big K's.
Castagna 2 touches, Butler 2 touches. Richmond into attack again. Talia didn't make contact with the footy. Ground level ball. Hardigan along the ground. Here they come again, the Tigers. Quick flick handball. Cotchin back inside. Here's an opportunity for Graham. Graham just goes bang. Look at this. The Tigers are in front. So the Tigers have all 3 goals in the second quarter. Graham with a huge goal, and the Tigers get some reward. Richmond by 4.
Superb finish by a young player. Jack Graham just swooped on that footy, lifted his teammates. It's been a theme of their finals. When it's scrappy, when it's congested, Richmond have still been able to find a way to kick those crucial goals.
They hit the front, and think about it, Lingy. Townsend and Graham, the 2 guys that have only played the last 5. He's got it. The champ's got it. The one-on-one that they want to create, and they got it with a quick takeaway.
Yeah, look at the fans out of their seats.
Centre clearance, and then Dusty wanted body contact early, then just protected the space.
It was interesting they went with Brown as the matchup back there, the Crows.
It was Hardigan in the first quarter.
It was Hardigan, exactly, the bigger, stronger defender. They opted for Brown, and Dusty knew that. And you're right, wanted the body straight away.
He's had a very good first half. This will top it off. He's got it. They've kicked away. Prestia winning that clearance. He's been superb again today. And suddenly now, the Martin one-on-one forward 50 factor becomes a big issue, doesn't it?
Just have a look and see if they're going to make a change. Doesn't look like they are. Looks like it.
They're trying to get Hardigan on the ground. He was caught on the bench.
It's a big win for the Tigers, isn't it?
This place has been whipped into a frenzy. Tigers 4 in a row. Martin dynamic. And by the way, not far away. Wait till you see what's happening at Punt Road. There it is. Look at that. Thousands of Tiger fans couldn't get into the G. Over 100,000 in. Did you see them jump out of their seats when Dusty marked that? Never seen anything like it. Here's Walker. Asprey there with him. Boundary line wins. Tigers by 10, and they've kicked 4 in a row.
We just spoke about that Dusty matchup, how Brown got caught on him. It was because Kyle Hardigan was caught on the bench. Those scenes, all of those people would have gone up when Dusty marked that one. Great atmosphere here at the G and at Punt Road, but now they fixed it back up. Hardigan's back onto Dusty in the forward line.
Crouch just toe poking forward. Vlosten. Knight got him for a while. Vlosten got the handball away.
Hey, Bruce, Jake Kelly has come from the ground. He's got an issue, we believe, with his left hamstring. They've done the hamstring test. Now they're going to tape it up. So he might have a little niggle there, Jake Kelly.
They're all important. That's the balance for that defence. The right size for lots of matchups. So keep an eye on that, Richo. Lynch, little give to Jacobs. Great smother coming from Lambert. Ball not quite out. Tigers hang on and keep it there. Gee, they've had a big quarter.
Thank you. No. It went into
4 goals to nothing in the second term. Revolt and Martin, the bookends. Townsend and Graham in the middle. 2 guys we'd hardly heard of a month ago. Prestia's little kick didn't go far. Rioli bubbled away. Brad Crouch couldn't quite. McIntosh good tackle coming from Brown. Working hard to Crouch to Jacobs. Off a step, Jacobs. Bubbling ball. Asprey. Otten took him out fairly, and then Rance wants the boundary line, and he gets it.
Nicely done by Rance. He's a cool customer. So can Adelaide hang on to the footy in their forward end for the remaining 2 minutes of the half? Jacobs is back out there and in the ruck. Here's Graham, the goal kicker. Just kicked it as far as he could away from the defensive goal. Good contest in the middle. Rory Laird spins, lays a lot of boot on this. Very high, in they come. Over the top, Townsend couldn't get there. Betts was held, Betts was held, Betts was held. Should have got the free. Broad, left foot kick, clearing ball. May well be out of bounds. It is just. Gee, I thought there was a hold on the arm there, and that should have been paid, I'd reckon.
It's a big call, isn't it? A big no call. Such a skillful defender, Grimes, isn't he? And Betts, well, he's a genius. He's a magician. So no free, no goal for Adelaide. They've got a couple of forwards that need to do something in the next minute and a half to feel good about themselves. Betts not one of those. He's been okay. Douglas got it back, and Graham and also Caddy get a winner half back for Richmond.
See, that again has been a highlight of Richmond. Their pressure, scrapping, smothers, just getting a hand in, creating that pressure has been huge.
Nankervis early, Douglas toe pokes, Lynch's hands were good, Matt Crouch right side for him, gets it to 20 metres from home, roving it as Knight, couldn't quite, Betts couldn't quite, Floston did well. Richmond hold up.
Guess who? Rance again.
Yep.
Just his desperation. Always manages just to get a fist in at the right time.
Very close to being best on first half, isn't he?
And just to pump up how big this quarter's been for Richmond, second quarters are Adelaide's best quarters, plus 290 points throughout the season. It's Richmond's worst quarter, 10th. Well, they've reversed that in the grand final when it mattered most.
And when you consider, Duck, that Rance has only had 6 possessions, his effect on the game is enormous.
No doubt about that.
Little flick here, couldn't keep it.
You don't judge him on possessions at all.
Yep. Just the little thing. And gee, Adelaide player Brown just limping off into the interchange area there as well. He looks very uncomfortable in the hands of the doctor as we speak.
Kelly's back out there. Sorry, BT. Kelly is back out there.
Yep. Jacobs in front, did well. Although Cochin getting on the end of it here. High footy, got to go, and he does. Siegsman, quick handball on. Here's Rory Laird, giving them plenty of runs. Shouldn't have given that. Bang, McKay, back to Laird. He's run down. Eddie, what about the pick-up? And the run away with it. Goes out wide to Cameron. Cameron chased by Rance. Got the little kick to Riley Knight. Couldn't hold on. Desperation, Tiger defence. Floston.
Simon.
He's lifted Floston. He had the shaky start, hasn't he? They've all collectively lifted. Gee, Laird continues to play magnificently. There's the injury.
Brown.
Yep. So Adelaide with a few little niggling concerns here, not only on the scoreboard, but they're forward 50 here. A late goal would mean a big difference. Grigg, Prestia, turning, getting it far enough. Lambert tapping it. Cameron gets a bit on it, but I think it'll be out of bounds. It is, and Richmond will get the kick.
Much hyped up Adelaide forward line just is not firing. Jenkins, Walker just can't have any influence.
So Broad, who's done very well, he gets it as far as he can in the dying seconds of the opening half. Back to Brad Crouch. He rode the tackle, gets a handball, half a handball away. Ellis did well. Grigg wants the line. He gets it. Is it a free kick?
He's been tackled, spun around. He's been tackled as his handball.
Big first half for Martin. The goal, the crowning moment in his opening half. Tigers to lead at half-time after trailing at quarter-time. It's been a big turnaround. Nankervis belting forward, only as far as Talia. And that's just about going to be it. It's perfectly poised. Not for Brown, maybe, but Richmond lead. So the Tigers lead by 9 points in what's been an enthralling opening half of the 2017 Grand Final.